Hello, welcome, and thank you for coming out to support such a great cause in the midst of a global financial crisis. Well done, everyone. Well done. Does anyone understand the global financial crisis at all? Anyone? No, nor do I. I've watched it. I can't work it out. It's kind of like watching my dad being molested by a clown. I know it's going to affect me. I'm just not entirely sure how. And a round of applause for your opening act, the Chooky Dancers, ladies and gentlemen. Combining both Greek and Indigenous culture, the way it was meant to be. Or as I like to know it, kebab-original. Just wrote that backstage, kind of proud of it. I don't have much time, so I've got one thing to tell you tonight, and here's what I've learnt in the last year or so. The Dutch are the most polite people on the planet. I don't know if you've ever come across Dutch people, they are amazing. I was in Holland last year. I was in a place called Amsterdam. I was doing a show and I was on stage and I happened to mention an Olympic female swimmer from America by the name of Misty Hyman. And all I said was, you know, if your last name's Hyman, maybe you shouldn't call your child an adjective. And suggested that perhaps her parents were at the birth going, well, our last name's Hyman, what should we call our daughter? I don't know, how about Misty? Won't that be kind of embarrassing? Well, her brother Rusty doesn't seem to mind. That was the joke. Now, I said it, and the Dutch audience laughed, but not a lot. They didn't laugh as much as you did. They laughed like this. They went, ha! And I thought, that's very weird. And I finished up my show, and I walked off stage, and the venue owner came over and went, I enjoyed your show very much. It was very amusing. Because Sean Connery ran the club. I said, thank you very much. He said, but what is hymen? I thought, oh my God, do you not know what a hymen is? And then I thought, of course he knows, he just doesn't know the English translation. And I don't know if you've ever tried to explain a hymen to a 30-year-old Dutch man. But I got there using some cling film and a pen. And I explained it, and he went, oh, in Holland, we call that Maagdenvlieg. And I went, oh, good. I said, do you think the audience knew what I was talking about? And he said, no. I said, but they laughed. He said, well, they knew it was a joke. How polite is that? For a room full of people to go, I have no idea what he just said, but that was clearly the punchline. If you laugh, I will laugh, and we will all move on. The following night at exactly the same club, I walk on stage again. There's a husband and wife sitting in the front row. They're in their mid-50s. Next to them is their daughter, who's about 20, and the daughter's boyfriend, clearly on a date. About 10 minutes before the end of my show, the phone rang, the daughter's phone rang. So I picked it up and thought I'll have a crazy conversation with some polite Dutch man and went, hello, they've hung up. But there was a name left on the phone. So I looked at the daughter and went, oh, who's Ben? And she went, and very sensitively, I said, oh, who's Ben? And she started going, So I looked at her boyfriend and went, do you know who Ben is? And he looked at her and looked at me and went, and I went, who is Ben? Why are you not talking about who Ben is? There's a guy called Ben calling your girlfriend. And he's going, is Ben like an ex-boyfriend? And then well, who is Ben? And the whole room at this point after 5 minutes going, I went for 10 minutes. No one said a word. I had to finish my show by going, look, you've been lovely, but the love of God, find out who Ben is. It's calling your daughter and your girlfriend in the middle of a date. This is outrageous. Stormed off stage. The venue owner was pissing himself. Ben is the name of the mobile phone network. Only the Dutch would be that polite as to go, well, he's being a dick, but I will not tell him. It's like a Dutch comedian on stage here going, who is Telstra? Ladies and gentlemen, you've got an amazing night ahead of you. Thank you so much for supporting a brilliant cause. Please give to Oxfam. See you later. Good night.